Hello and welcome back to another FPL video. The season has finally started. We are underway. Today we're going to be doing a quick review of Game Week 1. If you're new around here, I know that 93% of people watching this are not subscribed. I'm really trying to push for 100 subscribers. So if you don't mind helping me out and hitting that subscribe button, I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get straight into this. So quickly here, rattling through some of the results. We kicked off the Premier League 2020-21 season with Arsenal versus Fulham. Arsenal looking a really good side with Willian picking up 3 assists. Gabriel, their new signing at the back, very solid, picking up a goal and a clean sheet, and Aubameyang, of course, picking up a goal as well. Then we move on to Crystal Palace Southampton. A lot of people backing Crystal Palace to do really badly in this game, post-lockdown form, and vice versa with Southampton. Southampton have really good post-lockdown form, but Zaha popped up with a goal and Mitchell popped up with a nice clean sheet for most people there. And then Liverpool versus Leeds, the game of the weekend. Salah with 2 penalties. Leeds looking very clinical, and Trent and even Virgil getting exposed at the back, and only in the last minute did they get saved by the new signing Rodrigo giving a penalty away. Then we go to West Ham versus Newcastle. Newcastle looking very good, not only defensively but going forward. Callum Wilson looking like a great signing and the striker that they've been crying out for. Then we go on to West Brom versus Leicester. West Brom I actually thought looked okay. I thought 3-0 is a little harsh. However, defensively they could have done a little bit better, giving away 2 penalties, 2 kind of sloppy penalties to give away, and Jamie Vardy getting a brace of penalties. Then we look at Everton versus Spurs. Everton rejuvenated now with that new look midfield. Alan Doucouré, Rodriguez looking absolutely brilliant, and Calvert-Lewin looking like he'll have a very good season this year. 1-0. I'm sure Jose Mourinho won't be too happy about that one. And then Sheffield United versus Wolves. Wolves scoring 2 very early goals. Saiss coming in with a goal. I mean, from a Sheffield perspective, I think it was just very kind of sloppy from them in the first 10 minutes. They maybe weren't switched on first game of the season, but after that they defended well and actually looked pretty dangerous going forward. Then the final game, we had Chelsea versus Brighton. Now the scoreline kind of paints a picture that Chelsea dominated this game. It was very far from that. I actually thought Brighton for a lot of the game looked like the better side. They moved the ball forward very well, and you can see them also having quite a high clean sheet potential this year with Ben White, Dunk at the back as well. They're playing that kind of 3 at the back, and Lamptey looks like a great option as well, playing that kind of right wing back goal. They were kind of unlucky with the goals they conceded. A penalty, an absolute screamer that you can do nothing about, and just an unlucky deflection for the final one. So let's take a look at what this means for the team. So if you did manage to see my team selection, I actually made a couple of changes on the last minute to my team, so it may be a little bit different. But starting with defence, McCarthy in goal. I mean, he's just kind of a long-term pick. I wasn't expecting, and maybe was expecting, a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, but at the same time, I'm not too bothered. A lot of other people have him picking up 2 points was expecting. I don't expect much from him going into the next game against Spurs. Trent Alexander-Arnold, a little disappointing to concede 3 against Leeds. However, we had the same kind of disappointment last year against Norwich. And Trent, for me, just stick with him. He's going to punish people who don't have him eventually. Egan was a little disappointing as well, conceding 2 goals and getting yellow card. I mean, he ended up on 0 points. However, Justin coming in with a beautiful clean sheet and assist. Shame that he also picked up a yellow card. Otherwise, he probably would have been on for 11 points with an extra point from not having the yellow card, and probably an extra bonus point. And Mitchell coming in with a lovely 6 points for 4 million. That's exceptional value for money there. Then we move into the 3 main midfielders: Son, Salah, Aubameyang. I put that captaincy armband on Salah, and it paid off massively. It was always going to be the captain for me. Leeds at home. His Anfield record is incredible on penalties, and yeah, what can I say? It just paid off nicely. Son, I mean, against Everton, maybe wasn't expecting too much. It would have been nicer, but I think against Southampton, he can expose them. 2 points. For me, it's just a wait and see with Son. Aubameyang also looking very good as well. Very clinical, and grabbed the goal as well. Moving into the attack, I was pretty impressed with my attackers. Obviously, unfortunately, Mitrovic did not start the game. That was a bit unfortunate. I was a little bit annoyed about that. However, it happens. And Callum Wilson going and scoring for Newcastle, that was brilliant to see. And Timo Werner, although, maybe you expected him to get a goal in this first game, he picked up an assist, he got an attack in return. I think going forward, he looks like a cracking option. Just to round it off here, we've got the bench. Ward-Prowse on the bench along with Basham and Riedwald. Riedwald actually picked up an injury before the game, unfortunately. So will we be seeing more of him this coming season. I'm not sure, but Basham and Ward-Prowse, obviously, you know, them on my bench. It doesn't. The only really would have been better if I put Ward-Prowse for Mitrovic or Egan. You know, a couple of 1-2 points. But I'm not too disappointed with those bench players. They'll be rotated in going forward. So how did this leave my team? Well, I ended up getting 81 points overall, which I'm very, very happy with an overall rank of 250k. Now you could say green arrow. I mean, everyone actually started first, so you could say that that's a red arrow. But 81 points, I'm very, very pleased with that. And we move on, and we look to the next week. Thank you guys for watching this quick review of Game Week 1. Hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.